Jmath.
Now we reach the deep end of the finance chapter. So you've learned the present value, the future value, you know how to work out N, but now they are going into a few more difficult concepts. So the outstanding balance is when you have a big loan and you want to know how much do you still owe, but it is not the end yet, so halfway through or a year before the end, and you want to know, okay, if I win the lotto today, how much must I pay to finish this loan and to not pay all the extra interest the bank is going to add? So then you use this formula. Now, depending on which textbook and teacher you have, this concept can have a few methods to do, but the current 2025 textbook uses this formula. So if you have a look at it, it takes the normal compound interest, P1 plus I to the power n, and then you minus the future value. So compound minus future is for outstanding balance. So OB is obviously for outstanding balance. P in this case is the original loan amount. So if you don't have the loan amount, like in this first question, you will have to work that out first, and then you can work out the outstanding balance. X is the same, I is the same, N is the same, but just check with N, that is now the payment in the middle of the term. So it's not the full payment agreed on. So if we look at example 1, the agreed time is 6 years, but they want to know what's the outstanding balance of the 50 payments. So not 72, but 50. So that would be your N value in this big formula. Let's do these questions, and then you can see how it actually works. Question 1. Tato takes out a bank loan to purchase a new car. He must pay 3,000 monthly for 6 years at an interest rate of 18% compounded monthly. How much does he owe after the 50th payment? So let's look at a few things here. We know X equals 3,000. We know I equals 0.18 monthly. And now with N, the original N value was 6 years, but they want the balance after 50. Okay, so we got to get there, but let's first just check if we have everything else. So this is a loan, so present value. I'm just going to put a loan in brackets. Okay, we don't have that. So that is step 1. How much did this person actually borrow? Because we can't do the outstanding balance if we don't know what the original balance was before the person started paying back. So we are going to go for present value equals. The calculator tells me this answer is going to be 131,534. Okay, so now I know what the original loan was. Now I can start using the outstanding balance formula. So outstanding balance is equal to the original loan amount, and then I add a compound bracket, so 1 plus 0.18 over 12. They are asking me for the balance after 50 payments, so that is my N value up there. So I'm not saying 50 times 12, I'm just saying 50 because they gave it to me in installment form or in monthly form. So I don't need to multiply by anything. Then I'm going to subtract the future value with all of these details. I know it feels weird, but this is how outstanding balance works. 1 plus 0.18 over 12, again to the power 50 minus 1 is my formula, and then also over I. And then you can now type this in one step, but sometimes it works to just do the left part and the right part separately to just have more on your page. If you make a mistake with one of the things on the calculator, then you can lose 2 or 3 marks with this question. But if you write down every single step, you are going to be fine. So what I mean with that is I can type in the left-hand side on the calculator, and it tells me it's 276,910,957 dot dot dot. So don't round off. It's not the end of the sum, so I need to keep the entire answer. Then minus, if I type this in the calculator, I get 221,048.48, and then also dot dot dot, and then I can subtract, and that would be the outstanding balance. So 55,862.47. So that is the outstanding balance. Question 2. Brenda has a loan of 100,000 Rand. She needs to pay it off quarterly for 4 years at an interest rate of 12% per annum compounded quarterly. What is her quarterly payment? Okay, so in this case, we just need to work out X. So we know what PV, or what the loan is, and that's 100,000 Rand. We don't know what X is. That's what they're asking me. I know I is 0.12 over 4, and N for the initial loan agreement is just 4 times 4, so 16. So I just need to work out what is X. So I can just fill in all of that in the present value formula. And if I type all of that in, then my calculator tells me the answer is 7961.08. Because that is an actual question, it's the answer to question A, I can round off in this case. If it wasn't, then I was not allowed to round off. Perfect, that's question A. Now question B, what is the balance outstanding after 3.5 years worth of payments? So I'm just going to change colors so you can keep track with me. So for B, I now just need to do the outstanding balance. So outstanding balance equals the original loan amount, so 100,000. I'm adding just a compound bracket, same interest rate, and it's also quarterly. And now they are saying 3.5 years. So because they're giving me years, I can just say 3.5 times 4. So now that is the compound part of outstanding balance. And now I must just subtract the future value part. So I'm going to take the X I just worked out, 7961.08, and then just sub it into the future value formula. Okay, so once again, you can type in each one separately to just write down the answer. So just to save time, I'm just going to type in all of that in the calculator, and it tells me the answer is then 15,233.29. So remember, she's paying quarterly, and she's almost paying 8,000 each quarter. So at 3.5 years, she just has 2 quarters more to pay. So this checks out. So it's going to be just less than 16,000 that she needs to pay to cover this loan. Okay, guys, that was outstanding balance. It's going to take some getting used to. This is unfortunately not written out on your formula sheet. So you need to remember outstanding balance is compound minus future value. Good luck with these ones.
If this video helped you, please like and subscribe.
Jmath.